We love any technique that helps get food in our bellies faster.
Get in my belly!
Whether it's for dinner after a hectic day of work or school, or getting a decent breakfast in this case, it's a trick for cooking potatoes much faster, and we bet it'll surprise you. Boiling spuds, to use in a dinner recipe or as a side dish, is often not the most appealing option because of the time it adds to meal prep. Honestly, it can take up to 10 minutes prep if you include scrubbing, peeling, and slicing 2.5 pounds. And that's probably a conservative estimate. Then you have to factor in a cooking time of as much as 30 minutes for larger spuds. And of course, there's also the time to bring the pan of cold water with potatoes to a boil on top of all of that. Once you add in the prep, cooking steps, and timing for the rest of your meal, it can begin to feel cumbersome. After devoting all that effort, it's still possible to wind up with improperly cooked potatoes that are mushy or crunchy. So naturally, our heads turned when we read about a method for boiling potatoes that takes only 5 minutes. The tip comes from British cookbook author and chef Anna Jones, who trained with Jamie Oliver and has caught the eye of famous foodies like Nigella Lawson and Martha Stewart. Jones's approach from her 2018 cookbook, A Modern Way to Cook, begins with an electric tea kettle. While the water heats up in the kettle, Jones slices raw potatoes into small cubes and then puts the diced potatoes in a saucepan on the stovetop. Once the water in the kettle comes to a boil, she pours it over the diced potatoes in the pan and adjusts the heat underneath to keep the potatoes at a simmer. And in just 5 minutes, the potatoes are ready. And they're tender enough to toss, to make a hash, or add to a simmering pot of soup. They can be fried up into home fries or added to a pan of roasting meats or veggies. With this technique, what really saves time is heating the water while the potatoes are being prepped. Electric tea kettles, a far more common appliance in European kitchens, are great for this as they bring water to a boil in mere minutes. If you don't have one, just use your regular kettle or saucepan. Cutting the potatoes into small cubes is also crucial for this quick trick to work. Potatoes that are sliced into smaller, uniformly sized pieces will finish cooking more quickly. Small, whole potatoes like fingerlings and baby potatoes can be cooked faster than usual using this technique. One thing that might seem unusual with this trick is starting raw potatoes with boiling water. Most recipes advise starting potatoes in cold water because they cook more evenly if they can heat up in tandem with the water. Dropping sliced or whole potatoes into an already boiling pot can sometimes cook the outsides of the spuds faster than the middle. The potatoes end up with a gluey or mushy texture. The reason Jones's technique works is that it only partially cooks the diced potatoes, so this method isn't intended for potatoes to be mashed or eaten plain. Rather, use it for recipes where they'll be fried, boiled, or roasted to a perfect finish. Another tip with these potatoes, and with any potatoes you're planning to cook in water, is to avoid a full rolling boil. Keep the water at a simmer so that the potatoes cook evenly and gently. One way Jones uses this potato cooking trick is with Jersey Royals, a British variety of new potatoes that are small enough to cook quickly, to which she adds homemade aioli. This technique is also fantastic for tough veggies like celeriac, beets, or turnips. Just cut them into a small dice as you would for the potatoes. Pour boiling water over, and then give them a brief simmer until tender. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more mashed videos about cooking tips are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.